Small forward from Macabebe, Pampanga, number 16, Jonel Policarpio. Power forward from Lapu-Lapu City, number 18, JB Bahio. Small forward from Bacolor, Pampanga, number 24, Joshua Monzon. Power forward from Balibago, Angeles City, Pampanga, number 17, Calvin Abueva.
Has only suited up 4 times, but he will always be an important asset because of his athleticism, his length, and of course his ability to score inside the paint.
They set up Yu, and Yu delivers a 3.
It is imperative for the guards of Northport to contribute, especially when somebody tries to penetrate. Abueva would love to penetrate. Monzon would love to penetrate. The tendency of the defense is to collapse. Shooters must always make shots from downtown.
Ramirez. Well, he ties things up with a 3 of his own.
And what he has shown is you cannot sag off him because of his range from the outside. 25% shooter from the three-point area. That is 9 out of 37. And what does Abueva bring to the table is a lot of winning attitude, a little bit of championship pedigree as well. He won 1 when he was still playing for Alaska. He's not used to playing in a team that is really languishing at the cellar. Team that has more losses than wins. So for Calvin Abueva, I expect him really to lead in the next conference.
Up and under move there for Policarpio. And this is going to be the... So Monzon will set things up here. They go inside and Cade Flores delivers. He's got 4 points.
Good execution once again. Northport players.
Extra pass. Nava left open for 3.
That will be the second 3-pointer for Northport.
That's nice boxing out there. Torres trying to look for space. Gets to his spot.
This player just got better in one conference. He was not really consistent in the previous conference, but now if you give him an open look from the outside, he can knock it in. From the perimeter off a dribble pull-up, it's almost automatic for Sai.
He gets a steal. Look at this. He finds Policarpio with a touchdown. Monzon looking for space. That's nice movement without the basketball for Calvin.
That was a good reply by Calvin Abueva after the 4-0 run by the Road Warriors. This will be a potent combination, Monzon and Calvin Abueva, because of the energy that they exude.
Oh, for sure. Torres finds Policarpio. Policarpio 0 for 2 from 3-point distance. It's a 3-and-1 fast break. Nava finishes strong.
And that is the strength of Calvin Abueva. He's a big man, but he has got the ability to dribble the length of the court and will make a good decision, especially on the break.
Well, he's showing everybody he's still got a lot of miles.
Yes. He had 18 points in their previous game, and the eye in the sky play between the 2 big guys of Coach Jong. Bahio issuing a great connection to the cutting Policarpio for another basket.
Policarpio being very active here. He's got 2 baskets. Monzon looking for his own shot here. From 17 feet, that's offline. Another rebound here. And Bolic will try to push. Finds Ramirez, that's an easy 2.
Great look once again. Bolic finding his teammate underneath the basket. Ramirez did not disappoint. And we're all tied up at 15 points apiece with 4:59 remaining in the first.
Ramirez with 5 points. Yu trying to make his move. Monzon will take a long one. That's short. Bolic once again at the controls. Extra pass. Bahio kisses it off the glass for 2. One of the main reasons why they're doing so well. Here's Balanza, nice sidestepping move. Instant offense here for Jeric.
Balanza did not see a lot of action with Magnolia because of how deep the roster was. But now in the first quarters, given the minutes by Coach Bonnie, and he delivered right away.
Yes, another offensive rebound and putback. That's what he does so well. Those are two veterans now on this squad of Northport. And here's Abueva, gets away for two.
And that is the brilliance of Calvin Abueva. He was up against a smaller defender. He posted up Kevin Alas. Now he feels like he has a quickness advantage against...
In his words, it has been quite some time since he's last time had that kind of opportunity, so he just wanted to go with the flow. Admittedly, he knows that he's bound to lead this team, but he says he's still trying to get a feel of how to build chemistry with the other guys. It's not easy to accomplish that with a short time he has this conference, so instead he's looking forward to the next, where he's hopeful that he can make a mark. Gentlemen, back to you.
Well, as you say, building blocks for the future, really. That's what they're trying to do here for their final two games. Halalon finds Kuntapay. Kuntapay can hit from there. Goes to Sidney Onubere. Halalon inside, challenges and scores. Here in quarter number one. Alas to the wing. Ramirez, extra pass, gets it right back. Puts up a three and hits.
Very unselfish play by Brandon Ramirez. Now the biggest lead for the Road Warriors.
Quick move inside and Vandes scores. And they're building from the draft.
Yes, that's true. And another thing is, and I've been very conscious about this, watching how they were able to get 8 wins out of their 10 games. Again, not big in terms of the player complement. Probably the biggest named athlete there is, of course, Robert Bolick. But post players for NLEX, Bahio and Brandon Ramirez are playing at the same time.
Herndon, catch and shoot.
That's hard because he's coming off a screen, had to square off, face the basket, and take his shots. Second trifecta for Herndon here in this game.
This is now the biggest lead for NLEX at 11. There's a little bit of a mismatch, but they send it back out. Jumper works. That's it. They'll go to their half-court set. And again, using a lot of movement, not the best of passes there. Another steal by Abueva. He finds Bulanadi. Will come up short though. Munzon clears.
A lot of empty possessions now for the Road Warriors. Better defense done by Northport.
Bulanadi will hit.
Oh, 6 straight points here in the second quarter for Bulanadi. Single-handedly lifting the spirits up of his team. 5 points na lang itong lamang ng NLEX.
Exactly. That was an 11-point lead just about a minute ago. Bahio hits.
Nothing fancy. We'll just do fundamentally sound things. Flashed doon sa may 15-foot line and buried the perimeter J.
Here comes the beast, forcing the issue, and he'll miss. Torres not gonna force it. JB will go inside. Torres, sidestepping move. Bolick for three, yes!
Sensational ball movement once again. You can just see it. At least 4 guys was able to get the leather in the last one on that safety valve pass by Cyrus Torres to Robert Bolick. That is the first basket by Robert Bolick in the ball game.
He has really picked his spots, allowing his teammates to take on the scoring cudgels first. Nice look inside. That's the third bucket here for Cade Flores. The speedster Halalon.
Look at his ball movement again. That was the last pass. Cyrus Torres went baseline. Defense of Northport.
Let's go to Eileen.
Gentlemen, even at the start of the conference, Robert Bolick has managed to make it clear that his priority was helping his teammates realize that if he can deliver...
Calvin Abueva is still down. He's being helped up.
But Calvin doing a lot of good things. It's turning out to be a very interesting series between 2 small market teams.
Exactly,
that
especially
Indiana versus OKC.
Especially after the Pacers stole game 1. Cade Flores now with an inside incursion. He's got a total of 8.
And I'm certain the coaching staff of NLEX, led by Coach Jong with Chico, is unhappy with the way his team is not defending well enough the transition offense of Northport. Got a big basket once again. The big guy is 30.
We go inside, the beast inside for two.
Again, another transition basket. You don't want to develop bad habits, especially if you're playing your very last game in the elimination round.
Yeah. Policarpio. Valdez for three. Why not?
The confidence from the outside. Good assist pass by Torres. And it's going to help him individually, especially with his personal confidence. We're talking about Valdez hitting that shot from the top of the key.
The beast faking a three and then launches and hits.
Oh, this guy is oozing with so much confidence. Give him an open look and he feels like you are not respecting my shot. You're going to pay big time for it.
Well, he says, now it's my team together with Monzon's.
Of course.
Torres still on the outside. Shot clock at 7. Extra pass. There clearly was a foul there. Again, Policarpio. This guy can sky.
And what about the quick extra pass by Valdez to the streaking Junel Policarpio? Look at that. Froze his defender. Issued that great assist.
What he values the most is the team understanding his situation, allowing him time for himself and his family. And since getting back into the groove, Paulie has his eyes set on keeping his momentum for the playoffs by being aggressive on defense and getting rebounds.
And
JB, nice find inside.
it is just a joy to watch. Giving up a good shot for another player's better basket. That is essentially the best way to describe this team. Look at that. Bahio was ready to launch it.
Shot clock is down to 3. JB, extra pass. That's going to count.
And again, in the nick of time, guess who made that pass again? Bahio, who was not squared up to take that shot. He made an extra pass to Valdez, and Valdez was able to knock it in.
Brand new delivers a 3.
From the field. And the good thing is also he has 6 total rebounds, and add another 2 points for the Beast to up his scoring to 14.
That's a good start as far as they're concerned. They ended the second quarter strong with a bucket, and look at that move by Policarpio. He's going to lose it. Coming out of nowhere, Fran Yu with a steal. How to set things up. Fran Yu, that's for 4. No, they're going to say it's just a long 3.
But look at his activity, keeping the ball alive.
And Taha delivers.
And that is what you like, a lot of energy provided.
Policarpio. We'll go to JB. JB hits.
And that is just his specialty. He's a floor spacer, but he's not gonna go all the way to the rainbow country. He's just a perimeter killer.
Steal. It's a 4-and-1 break. The Beast, they kick it out. Open 3. Bang!
Wow, 15 fast break points already for NorthPort, and they've only accounted for 8 points.
Flores changes hands in midair and scores.
Showing a lot of creativity, using his left hand to finish that shot.
Corner 3, and Alas delivers.
Something that I'm sure he spent a lot of time in the lab, shooting from the three-point area. Before, for Kevin Alas, if you're guarding him, you just have to sag and just guard his perimeter or his penetrations. But now you have to make sure that you're on his face when he takes those threes.
Policarpio holding on to that ball first. Feels he's got the mismatch, but he blows that layup inside. Yu comes away with it. Again, look at the pace. Puts up a quick 3 and hits.
Oh, this guy is a very streaky shooter. He's got 3 3-pointers across his name, all in the third quarter.
He's not afraid to shoot.
Oh yes, in transition with a guy on his face, he waves off his teammates if he wants that space. And speaking of just oozing with so much confidence, with a guy on his face, great challenge by Onwubere, no problem for Robert Bolick, another 3 for him.
Munzon says, I can do the same thing.
And all of a sudden we have a ball game. If you can do it, I can do it as well. That has been the sequence, at least in the last 3 possessions of these two teams.
That 3-point shot is brought to you by Rexona.
Rexona, it won't let you down.
Thank you so much for coming on board. Ooh! Onwubere hit the deck there, and another 3 from Bolick are set to check in. Contapa in for Flores. And that's begun since the opening tip.
An accurate shooting from the outside, especially from this guy. Now he decided to dish off to his teammate. Danny Contapay was a recipient. So Franyo is doing a lot of things. He's making buckets from 3 and is also assisting. But speaking of making buckets from 3, this guy is a specialist. Herndon, another 3-pointer in the game. And we've been seeing a lot of difficult shots from Rainbow Country from these two teams.
Boy, they have just found them range from deep. Here's another one from Contapay. No. Onwubere skies. Will blow that putback once again. Gets his own miss and says, I will not be denied.
As if he gets things done now. Back to you, gentlemen.
And they want the victory here. That's for sure. Sure that you're able to earn as much as you possibly can right before that long break. Ramirez inside gets denied by Onwubere. Sydney showing his strength inside. They look for the secondary break. And Onwubere's hurt.
But that is really something that he has to improve on. That free throw shooting in this conference, just a little over 65%. And this guy announcing his re-entry in the ball game, knocking down another shot from Rainbow Country.
That 3-point shot is brought to you by Rexona.
Sorry for more minutes when I was speaking. I didn't realize that we have a premium, which is really good.
Thank you so much, Rexona, for joining us here for the PBA coverage. I thought Contapay wanted to get into the Rexona act. Inside, once again, Cade Flores.
Road Warriors definitely unhappy with the way they're playing defense. A lot of inside incursions, paint points really is a strong suit right now for NorthPort. And speaking of paint points, just doing something that is different. Every time you guard Herndon, you feel like you just have to step on the...
Halalon has really picked up the pace here for his squad. What a move there from Cade Flores. Gets away for 2.
That was
14 seconds in the shot clock once again. Again, getting away. Wow, Flores.
That was a very strong pass. But before that, well-timed. And for most of the time here in the third quarter. And now, up by 8 points.
What a big turnaround here. They find him inside again. Cade Flores scores with the left.
Another. And look at Gio Lalonas again. Finding that tiny opening to issue that.
Torres will put up a long one. That was for 4, long rebound. They find Bahio short on that one. You could see he pulled the string.
Usually a makeable basket.
Ooh, that should have been an easy 2. Policarpio says this is the way to do it. As he draws a foul there.
Just showing his...
Torres will find Policarpio. There's a major mismatch there. Tyre. And he...
The #1 team at the end of the elimination round. But just by saying that, I feel like they still don't have the right to play lackadaisical basketball, and thinking that the mere fact that they show up, they're going to win the game. The biggest number here that I feel like they lack the effort is fast break points. 22 fast break points for NorthPort and only 10 for NLEX. So the issue is really transition defense more than anything.
Bolick was trailing there, and he's going to get the 2 points.
Now, a massive detonation just happened. 17 points for Fran Yu, and we still have over 8 minutes remaining in the game.
It couldn't have happened at a better time for NorthPort as they're desperate for victories.
Right, but
well, it's now or never as far as they're concerned. Fran Yu puts up a three. At the right place, at the right time, and Cade Flores really just scrapping for his points.
Oh, Flores is just outworking anybody. Brandon Ramirez, Policarpio, even Bahio, Ramirez wanting to exact revenge. And he did that magnificently with his perimeter, Jay.
Coach Jong egging his boys to rebound. Let's see if they can follow his instructions here. Nelly looking for space. Fran Yu with a circus shot, just put that one up.
Look at that, Fran Yu, off balanced, but still was able to launch it.
Nice rebound by Flores. Here's Nelly. Touch passing, and the Beast delivers.
Chalk up another 2 points via the transition for NorthPort. Again, you begin to ask, where is the transition defense of the Road Warriors?
Plus another assist. Ramirez bullies his way inside.
If they are going to come back, and if they are going to launch it, it has to happen now. They have to make multiple stops right now. We're talking about the Road Warriors. They're still facing an 8-point disadvantage.
Nelly gets away for two.
Nelly. Probably one of the smallest backcourt tandem here in the PBA. We're talking about Nelly and Fran Yu. But
Torres trying to take advantage of his height and delivers.
that's just great skill set done by Torres. First, he glanced at the shot clock, seeing that he cannot make an extra pass. Might as well do it myself, and he made it.
Nelly left wide open, makes the defense pay.
Oh, exceptional shooting from downtown for NorthPort here in this game.
Torres delivers back-to-back baskets. Look at the steals, 13-6 in favor of the Batang Pier. Berto gets away for two.
Still a lot of time left. Only a 2-possession advantage for NorthPort. The coaches of NLEX egging their players to play tougher defense. They need to make a stop here right now.
Munzon finds Nelly. Nelly with a jumper. Yes.
Another clean look. Wide open jumper.
And misfire once again. This could be big. Herndon hits.
Massive basket by Herndon.
Use some clock.
4-point basket by Herndon. He can do a lot of things inside.
NLEX needs to score here. Amer for three. But Enoch there at the right place at the right time.
And that is the advantage of NorthPort right now. The air ball, but Valdez was at the right place and at the right time. Nope.
Munzon will push it forward. Flores left wide open.
Oh, yes, they tried to trap it. The defense of NLEX, yes, they were trapping. And that is not bad because they wanted to force a turnover. But where's the last line of defense? Enoch Valdez, was he supposed to be the last line of defense? Or was it Policarpio? But the best antidote is Flores just catching.
Getting back in the ballgame, as you said.
Correct.
He has been very critical to giving them this lead.
Where is his replacement jersey?
Halalon will try to attack inside, kicks it back out. Fran Yu inside, gets away with the layup.
And that has been the story. Lack of interior defense by the Road Warriors. Can you imagine? Fran Yu, the smallest man inside the court right now, was able to weave through traffic and
Definitely looking for a 4-point shot here will be the Road Warriors. They set up Herndon. Well, they got the play, and there's going to be a foul.
Was it Flores?
Flores.
Flores, and Monson was fouled.
But provocation.
But it should have been avoided. If the referee did not hand him the ball, should have been an easier thing. But Herndon,
A 2-possession ball game.